From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Charleston here with Brooke Pryor. Brooke, a lot of questions about the wide receivers for Oklahoma this year. Guys that some of them the names are known, but some not so much. A couple freshmen that your cohort Ryan Aber is going to be writing about in the Wednesday Oklahoman and on News OK. These true freshmen, Charleston Rambo and CeeDee Lamb. Charleston Rambo, by the way, has to be one of the best names in college football. Sorry, just had to make that statement, but. Can we expect to see both these guys playing this year?
You know, I don't know so much about how much we're going to see them just because they are young and they do have some guys in front of them. But from the sounds of it, they're two very talented guys. You know, talking with Jeffrey Mead yesterday, who's a senior, he was saying, I am so happy that I was not a freshman with CeeDee Lamb coming in with that class because he is so talented and he's showing things that not many freshmen can show. As far as playing time, I think that they're both benefited by the injury to Nick Basquin. Obviously, it really hurts to have someone like that out for the year. But at that inside receiver position, I think that gives at least Charleston Rambo a chance to maybe get on the playing field early.
What about the rest of these guys? You mentioned Jeffrey Mead, obviously Jeff Badette. Sorry, I knew I was going to do that one of these days on video. But, I mean, guys that are older, more experienced, what's sort of the suspicion at this point about how things are going to go with this receiver group?
Well, I think it certainly seems like Jeff Badette is going to be their main target. I mean, he's a guy that had a lot of experience in college as a transfer coming in from Kentucky, led the SEC in yards per catch last year, and he has a D.D. Westbrook type game, which I think is really beneficial. As we saw, that really worked well with Baker Mayfield last year. So we'll see how that translates to have a new face in there. We also have Mark Andrews, who's a guy that they're kind of saying is a tight end, but he's a wide receiver. He's just a big body wide receiver. He was hurt last year, and I think it's going to help him that he is fully healthy this year going into the season. Like you said, we have Jeff Mead to look at as well, someone who had some inconsistent games last year, but when he did make a catch, they were usually highlight plays, really acrobatic, good with his hands. He said yesterday that he looked at the eclipse without glasses on, but it did not affect his ability to catch balls in practice, which I think sounds like a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I don't think I would make a practice of doing that. Odell Beckham Jr. also looking, what is it about receivers in the eclipse, looking at the eclipse without glasses? I don't know, maybe these guys are just gluttons for punishment. We'll see. Be sure to check out our Wednesday Oklahoman as we look at those true freshman receivers and give a rundown of the position player by player. You'll definitely want to check that out. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.